Okay, just a quick one tonight in the engine bay, and going to be changing the fuel filter. So we've got a Lister SR2 air-cooled 2-cylinder diesel. Pretty basic but pretty good. Not particularly powerful, but it's good enough. So the fuel filter is located just down here and is taken off with a 10mm bolt through the top. So a 10mm socket on the top there will do the job, but unfortunately I have absolutely no idea where mine is, so I'm going to be using a ring spanner. So the important things are rubber gloves, disposable nappy and a food bag. The nappy goes underneath, catch any drips. The food bag goes around the bottom of the filter to catch spilt diesel. And then we just undo the nut. Off comes the bolt, and because you've got the bag there, it just holds the filter in place and stops it falling down and losing all the diesel into the bilges. Now, it's a bit of a struggle to get this one out, but it does come out without taking the rear deck off. And there we have it. All neatly contained in a plastic bag. So there's the filter, and this is the tray at the bottom. Now there is a bit of sludge in there, but it's actually not too bad at all, so clean that out and that'll be good to go. And finally it comes out. So that's the rubber ring that goes around the top. So the new filter comes neatly with 4 O-rings all tied up nicely in a little bit of red ribbon. Very nice. A little blue mark on it goes up in here. Like that, I think. That's there. Red one goes inside there. Not too sure where the other big one goes. I don't think it has. But the little tiny one goes on the end of the bolt here. Like that. Okay, so that's all nice and tight. Not too tight because you don't want to crush the O-rings and stop them sealing, but it should be tight enough now. I'll obviously check for fuel leaks as we go and tighten up as necessary, maybe give it a tweak after a few hours running. Okay, so the plan was to spin the engine over and just let it bleed itself. This worked last time I did this, but this time no, it doesn't want to go, so I have got to bleed the fuel system. First point to bleed is here, this bleed valve on top of the fuel filter assembly. Now you can do this by spinning the motor over, or reach right down underneath the engine, find the lift pump which has a little manual pump on it, and use that, and that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I've got a nappy underneath to catch the drips, and I'm going to prime this, push this, work this up and down until it pumps out diesel with no bubbles in it. And the idea is to actually tighten it up while you're pumping it so as not to get any air sucked in. That's that done. So there should be fairly free of air in the low pressure system. So inside the cooling outlet shroud, here are the two injectors. No, I'm not going to be able to film this while I do this because I haven't got enough hands, but the idea is I put a spanner on there, crack it open half a turn, and crank the engine until I get a good squirt of diesel coming out. Well, it didn't quite start last time, but the battery was getting a little bit low. I didn't want to risk ruining the batteries by flattening them completely. So with a fully charged battery, I'm going to give it another go tonight, and we'll see what happens. I'm going to close the decompressors because I'm pretty sure that's bled, and we'll see what happens. Just got to check my leads, but that should be alright now.